call the meeting to order. Dr. Thomas, can you lead us in the pledge?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Here.
Okay, Dr. Thomas, I'm going to turn it over to you because I think we're going to go a little bit out of order.
We're going to go with our special guest in recognition first, and I'd like to introduce Carrie Garza of Leadership Lawton, presenting a check to Ms. Clodfelter for the AIM program, apprenticeship, internships, and mentorships, in the amount of $1,750.
Oh, thank you so much.
On behalf of Leadership Lawton Fort Sill, the Board of Directors, we're very excited to make this donation to the AIM project for Lawton.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it so much.
And I'd like to tell y'all that a lot of their members are going to be mentors for us this year. Awesome. Sorry, your password's still coming.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Carrie.
And who gets this?
And I'll continue with my good news to share. Congratulations to EHS sophomore Kathleen Spangle, Lions Club, internationally recognized for her enthusiasm, leadership skills, and for helping the growth in the organization by selecting her Leo of the Year award. Caitlin is one of only 6 Leos selected for the award in the nation and one of only 38 worldwide.
Wow. Wow.
And I would like to tell you about 2 upcoming fundraisers. Tomorrow morning at Golden Corral, 6 to 9 is the LPS Foundation fundraiser. We hope you're there. The foundation provides grants to teachers, and it makes a big difference to what teachers can do in their classroom. So if you have time,
And it's a
I'd
good
ask that you attend.
Yes.
It's a lot of food, too.
Yes. We'll have nap time after that. Also, the Lawton Athletic Foundation Pat Hunt Memorial Sporting Clay Shoot will be this Saturday at Chisholm Trail Sporting Clays in Duncan. The event will start off with a breakfast at 7:30, followed by a safety meeting before the shoot, then launch at noon. Proceeds going to Lawton Public Schools Athletic Foundation.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Back to agenda item 4. Board policy calls for a public hearing before we adopt a budget. And at this time, we'll convene a public hearing. Board will now convene a public hearing for the purpose of taking comment on financial matters, including past and future expenditures of the district. Please note this is not a question and answer session. Our purpose is to receive comments only. If you are a resident of the district and wish to make a public comment on financial matters of the district, please proceed to the podium and limit your comments to 3 minutes. We have scheduled a maximum of 30 minutes for this activity. If you don't have a chance to speak, you may submit written comments to the board via email or letter, or there's a form out there on the agenda table that you can fill out and leave with us now. The email would be to Kathy Bentley, clerk of the board, or you can mail to Kathy. Deadline for receiving comments will be 4:30 on September 19th. So anyone, September, what did I say?
You said
19.
15, 2019. September 25, 2019. With the help of 4 people. So anyone desire to speak on financial matters of the district? Seeing none, we will now return to the regular board agenda.
Okay.
Close now, for the record, declare the public hearing closed.
Public hearing is now closed, and we will return to the regular agenda. Architect and construction managers report.
Long time no see.
I was thinking the same thing.
Some of you guys might skip since it's
Have to excuse the hard hat here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we all have hard.
Yes. Well, it's good to see everybody on site today. We thoroughly enjoyed having the presence. And if there's any questions for Josh or I, we welcome them. But it was great to have an opportunity to show you guys what we've been working on. So I'll run down the other projects. And I believe we've got a couple of change orders on the agenda tonight for Eisenhower and Whittier. So I'll go through those items too while I'm here. The Lawton High Windows project, we're wrapping up there. We've got a final inspection scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. So hopefully after that, we'll get our paperwork turned in and close that project out. The Eisenhower change order that I referenced has a handful more items. These were things that were also mainly requested by the staff after reviewing the furniture. And the total for this change order comes to $39,180 use of contingency. Of that, $11,596 are owner requested. We have an item that was not yet included in the GMP, which is basically a vendor item of $25,362. And the other items account for $2,222. The vendor item that I referenced, that's the building fiber connection. We were originally planning to reuse an existing line and reroute it into the building, but it's by the AT&T company, which is no longer the service provider. So for the new service provider, that's $25,362. The median out there in the middle of Gore, there's some improvements to that paving section required by the city for the amount of $1,725. We've coordinated True Touch machine locations for the band, vocal, and orchestra rooms. Providing power and data to those locations will be $2,398. We've added flammable storage cabinets to the millwork that's in the science labs. That'll replace some of the cabinets that were originally just standard duty cabinets. $1,845. We've added art and testing storage cabinets for $7,353. And we've placed some additional data boxes in various locations where they were missing the plans for $497. Are there any questions on any of those? After this change order, that will leave a remaining contingency of $741,457. So still in good shape there.
Wonderful.
The Whittier project also has a change order item. We've selected some bookcases to be full height for the media center there, and that's requiring that we either eliminate or move receptacles, power plug-ins. So we've moved those out to the center of the floor and added some floor boxes for that. That'll be $2,104.50. After that change order, the remaining contingency for that project will be $56,034.23. Any questions on that one? Okay, our furniture is out to bid. That advertised to the vendors for the district on September 5th. And there was a pre-bid conference held on September 13th. We had a handful of participants show up to our office in Norman for that. And we will open bids on October 3rd for that project. The food service warehouse, freezer, and refrigerator replacement is also out to bid. We will be having a pre-bid conference on that tomorrow on site. And the bid is scheduled to open on October 3rd, also, same day. The MacArthur Fire Alarm project is coming along well. They're just about done there. They're finishing up the auditorium, and they will be calling for the fire marshal's final inspection that will require setting off alarms. So we're going to push that out until we can find a time slot at 3 p.m. or after to make sure the students don't have to put up with all of that. MacArthur High HVAC system is under design. We had a design review meeting earlier today, And that'll complete the design task for that. We'll send it out to bid advertising October 3rd.
And that's for what is it, what does that cover? The HVAC for what?
So the base bid is going to be the auditorium. We'll have an alternate for the gym and the admin areas. And we also added an alternate today during the review of some new lighting for the admin area because all of that ceiling is going to have to come down.
Change it to LED.
So it'd be a good opportunity to
time
change
to
it to
do it.
LED and get some new light fixtures in there.
That's awesome.
So,
Great, thank you.
any other questions for me?
Nope.
Completion date for EMS is middle of June. Am I correct on that? Okay.
End of June,
End
and
of June.
I'm sure Josh will elaborate on that.
Okay.
I'll let him take the wheel now.
Thank you, Corey.
So on EMS, yeah, we're sitting about, like I said today, about 45%, and we're shooting for right now, not shooting, but right now we're projected to be about the end of June, 1st of July is what we're showing right now. We're still pushing everybody to the 1 May timeframe. That's what we're kind of still holding everybody to and pushing. But the biggest thing, make sure we don't, slack on quality or any type of standards by doing so. So still getting the best product we can with the timeline. So as far as EMS, the walkthrough today, any questions that you have for that one?
Thank you for providing that walkthrough for us today. That was
Absolutely.
a lot of fun.
We plan to do it again this fall as we get more finishes in place.
Okay.
So hopefully around Thanksgiving.
Well, I think it looks wonderful.
It
It
does.
does.
We'll have a lot
so
more colors, parking lots completed, working on kind of thing. So kind of the parking lot on the east side, for example, we're starting that about middle of October between the high school and the middle school. We're starting that, and so our goal is to have that done by the end of December. So that way the exterior will start taking shape.
Is there gonna be fencing in between the schools, or? is
Yes, there still is, and then we'll do that fencing will be up until probably the end of school,
Yeah.
just so that we don't have kids wandering over and
No,
getting hurt.
sure,
We don't want
yeah.
that, so it'll stay up. So any other questions on EMS?
Just on the percentage, I know you said today we're like 45%. Do people not move into it until it's 100%, or do we actually like take occupancy
Yeah, it just
lower?
depends on what the fire marshal's willing to allow.
Okay.
Right now, we're working with the fire marshal to allow to, for example, when school gets out, we're working with him to see if we can move teachers' furniture and
Gym stuff.
the gym stuff and like things like that into the classrooms that they're
Yeah.
gonna occupy.
The band stuff.
Won't be able to house students, but we
Right.
can move stuff in there so we can get started and get done with the old school. 'Cause that one's gonna take, with all the asbestos and everything, it's gonna take a little bit to get that building down. So, but yeah, that's the intent right now. We're working with them to make sure there's no unforeseen logistics between, as far as letting us do it and not. So we're learning what they want and we'll make sure that happens. So,
So I asked you on site, and y'all do have the extra cameras and stuff installed. Have we had any more acts of vandalism or anything over there?
not yet.
Okay.
So we have additional cameras on the high school side pointing down now, as well as the school had some already. And so one of the vandalisms we can actually see the students in a room setting off the fire extinguishers. They kind of gathered them all on the site, took them to one room and let them all off. So we have extinguishers on site, for safety, for welding, things like that. And so they gathered them all up, let them all off. So,
That's too bad.
things like that happen. So, but we're doing what we can to make sure that we put signs up everywhere under surveillance, and then the next step is we're going to end up hiring security guards.
Okay.
So to make sure that as we have more finishes going in, to protect it.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, again, it looks great.
Yeah, so going into Whittier, we're sitting about 45% complete.
Wow.
We got the slab board, panels are done. The next steps over the next couple of weeks will be, roofing will start in about 2.5 weeks. The interior waterproofing is going up on the walls right now, and the framing will start mid next week. So we'll have walls in there, standing walls within the next 2 weeks. And then from there, we'll have the interior electrical, plumbing, and mechanical. So they're starting to run ductwork already, so that one's cruising right along very nicely. So
When's the expected completion date for Whittier?
for Whittier right now, we're looking for substantial around Thanksgiving. That's what we're pushing for. We still can't move any of the portables until Christmas, but if we can at least get them out and maybe get them into the building, that's kind of the goal. Or the principal wants to wait until the end of the semester. It's kind of our goal is to get it ready as
Change
fast
it
as
to
possible.
Christmas.
So that's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Thank you, guys. And I just want to encourage you guys and your crew to come to the breakfast at Golden Corral tomorrow, too. It does start at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you can get tickets there.
And it's all you
It's a
can
really
eat.
fun time, yeah. It is, it's all you can eat, and it goes to the foundation.
I went last year.
Did you?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm only
It's a
in
good
Branson. I'm leaving Branson in the morning, so.
Yeah.
Family vacation, a quick one real quick, so.
I love it. Thank you. We'll see you.
But I
Thanks,
will pass it
guys.
to my guys and try to
Yeah.
convince them to go. A lot of us went last year.
That's
So
awesome.
We're gonna do
Yeah, I
it
remember
again.
y'all
Get-
coming.
We appreciate your support, for sure.
Thank you, we really do. Yep.
All right, there's no more questions.
No,
right,
y'all are
thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Enjoy Branson.
Yes, definitely. Oh, it's fun.
I'm going in
I
on.
love Bridge.
We do have an action item 7A, and it's a proposal from the Support Personnel Policy Development Committee. Jean will present the changes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
President Clodfelter and board members. This is our policy BFAC. It's our Support Personnel Policy Development Agreement. It establishes the council guidelines. It had not been reviewed for several years, and so since we've reestablished the SPPDC, they took on the responsibility of reviewing that. There has been quite a few changes made and brought to date to secure the needs of what our council needs at this time. I would entertain any questions at this time.
Does anybody have any questions?
So I was gonna say the council, I'm sure
Yes, Ms.
that's, I was noticing the makeup of the council, so I think it'll work.
I thought it was great. I'm glad that we've taken the initiative, done it, and got it.
They've done a great job
Yes.
of reviewing this. It was great.
Thank you.
I'll
Appreciate
move-
it.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Thank you, Jean. Action item 7B is approval of our gifted education plan for 2019-20. Ms. Hatch would be available to answer questions if you have some. I think you've been provided the attachment ahead of time.
I was just wondering, and I did look at this, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't read every word. Are there major changes that? The before? That's what I thought, okay.
The biggest change, and I will point out, what I'm seeing, one thing that we didn't catch, if you'll look on page 12, this is just a more user-friendly matrix.
I saw it.
Basically has the same information, it's just formatted
I saw that.
easier. One thing that we did change, and we did not catch the change if you flip to the secondary side, about a little past midway where it says achievement test, they did not want, you can count 2 achievement tests, for example, if you did a reading and a math. They did not want